Hey people, it's Woo Woo Wednesday. It's Woo Woo Wednesday. So, episode 10, season finale of the greatest hip hop show on TV. Well, I can't say greatest hip hop show on TV. I'm not too sure about all that. But don't mind my beautiful son. He's in the background as usual. Um, I tried to stay up last night to 12 a.m. to watch, but I just couldn't do it. I was holding on for dear life, and I had to tell myself to go to fuck to sleep. But throughout the episode, they kept cutting in and out of when some of the members of Wu-Tang for the song 17, but so was ODB. What was the ODB lineup? It was Raekwon, Inspector Deck. I think it was Shotgun, aka Method Man, and I believe Bobby was at the end or whatever. And basically, Bobby was at the end of the episode still recording. And it seemed like everything is coming to a head right about now or whatever. Sorry, I had to tell my son to calm his little self down. He's acting all loud or whatever the case may be. But so Bobby and D Lover is trying to devise a plan how we gonna get the music and equipment from Attila because he wants 60 racks, right? Then we get in like these flashbacks of what happened last episode and but more detail what happened prior to them being dropped and everything like that. Oh, basically Bobby was having flashbacks about what's going on. Dre dropping him and Monica telling him to go somewhere. The demo tape thrown in a box, a whole bunch of demo tapes. And then we got this Spanish mommy, Tanya. She was looking through some tapes or whatever of this up and coming, I guess he's a record exec or whatever. And she started playing, she got Wu Tang, just looking through some tapes, got Wu Tang and was listening. And she stole the tape because she liked it. She liked, we was talking about, she's talking about how she liked the beat, of course, because honestly, with Wu Tang, it was mad rugged. Like, I know I'm a woman, but I was very much into hip hop, very much into hip hop. And the thing I like about Wu Tang, because it was so raw, it was so fucking gritty, and it goes down a lot to the production you know, that RZA did. The production was so boom, boom, bap, and then it was so gritty and just, I loved it. It was so New York, and I absolutely loved it or whatever. So yeah, Tanya loves them. She loved the type of style. It's something that they never heard before, and just the simple production of it all or whatever. So um Miss Shuri, we bouncing back all over the place. We going from Staten Island to Ohio. Miss Shuri found out for sure she is pregnant, and she at the abortion clinic. She see people protesting. She asking the doctor about a decision or advice about what to do, and they not allowed to do anything. So she makes a decision on her own, and she get the fuck on. She get on a bus. I don't know where she got the money from, and she headed right back to New York. She on that freaking midnight Greyhound to Staten Island. So sorry, I was gonna beat my son ass, but I can't be doing that shit. Yeah, I might call the cops on my ass. But so they trying to figure out. So we go back to Bobby and D Lover, and they're trying to figure out like how we gonna do this. Like we just gonna rob him or whatever the case may be. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna get my gun. I got that piece, whatever. They go back to the house. D thinking his handicapped brothers who can't even wheel themselves around did something. Come to find out, mommy's like, I sold that shit. I don't want that shit in my house. And they trying to figure out where they gonna get guns from or whatever. Of course, a son, aka ODB, knows a homie that's playing beats outside in the projects or whatever. He got a whole turntable and record setup and all this other stuff, and they get a gun. Now, the crazy thing about it is, like, Jizza the genius is somewhat, he blowing up a little something or whatever the case may be. And when they get the gun, he tell them like, "What are you gonna do? Like, this is what are you gonna do, God? What are you gonna do, King?" They talking about they by this time. Bobby has been reading the 5% book or whatever, their, I guess it's something like their Bible or their book of the lessons, and I don't know. So yeah, he's heavy into the 5% of world by this time, with a peace king, peace god, and all this other stuff, and talking like that. And Genius Jizza was already on that, and he was like, "Listen, you have a decision to make." And he said, I know you was going to make the right decision." He pulled out 5 G's for him in cash and gave it to him. I guess maybe that's his advance or something like that. So yeah, so Bobby meets up with him at the rib shack where Mama used to work. They had a whole plate there. They had some collard greens, some ribs, some macaroni and cheese. And he was like, "Here, like I don't have that. They didn't give me nothing. I end up owing Tommy Boy." He meets up with Attila. So he gives him 5,000 and slides the 5,000 that Jizza gave him and slide it on the table. He was like, "That's 55,000, nigga," and pulled out the gun on him like, "Where the rest of my money?" I'm like, "Nigga, he told you he ain't got it." He said, "Well, I'ma just hold on to your shit or whatever. That's it." He goes back to Mr. D Lover. They're talking, trying to figure out what's going on. And Bobby's like, "We're gonna have to kill this nigga." I'm like, "Damn." And D is like, "I'm with you. I got you. I'll do it." I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" Meanwhile, all this going on, Miss Tanya, the Spanish mommy, she's really trying to. She was walking near Washington. Is that Washington Square Park or whatever park that is? Not Columbus Circle. I don't remember. That's bad. I'm in New York and I don't know. Whatever. BX all day. So she heard somebody playing it, and he was like, "Yeah, Nasty Nick or whatever, the Nasty Nate." No, let me stop. That's from Half Baked. Nasty Nick. He get all the underground exclusive, and she's trying to, okay, get a feel out what's your best verse or whatever. And that's when they cut to them recording the Seventh Chamber, fucking Inspector Deck killing it, and everybody's like, "Damn, who gonna go after him?" That's when you see Shotgun like, "Nah, I gotta start all over again." And I guess after Inspector Deck kills it, Shotgun goes and kill it. Meanwhile, all that going on, they flash forward to Shotgun trying to come back to work at the souvenir shop. And ODB wife, I think that's she's playing the wife or baby mama girlfriend, was like, you was gone. He was like, "I got her here. Like, I don't get no type of compensation. I can't get no job back." She's like, "Nah, sorry, good luck." And Inspector, I guess he's been staying with Inspector Deck. Inspector Deck was like, come on, you gotta get your life together or whatever the case may be. Meanwhile, Raekwon is at a crosshairs because it's like, what's going to happen now? We ain't got no work. The police is cracking down. What the fuck we going to do or whatever? Meanwhile, this is what Pow was saying to Raekwon. Raekwon was like, "You think Shorty was really feeling my lyrics?" He's like, "Nigga, like, she don't give a fuck about you or them lyrics. Like, they about to run on us. Like, what is you doing?" Then it's time to always come on home, just like a college student that done flunked out. Raekwon goes to mommy, mommy's letting him know how you doing and all this other stuff, but he's getting into music. And she's like, "Oh, that's good." He was like, "Rapping, ma." Like, you know what I'm saying? And everyone's coming. It's weird because everybody's coming to a crossroads. It's just so interesting how they put this whole show together. This not show, how they put the episode together, because everything is weaving so perfectly in and out, flashing back and forth to them recording the Seventh Chamber. And like I said, everybody's coming to a crossroads. So after Raekwon, Tanya gives him WuTang, right? Gives Steve Rifkin. That's who he plays, Steve Rifkin. Tanya gives the WuTang Seventh Chamber, and he knew Bobby. He recognized Bobby or whatever, and he got his number, and he called them or whatever. And while the phone is ringing, the next scene is them trying to set up Attila. They was Attila, whatever. Staten Island Suge Knight ass nigga. So it was just like it was so crazy. Raekwon coming to talk to Bobby, banging on his window, the phone ringing. It's Steve Rifkin, whatever, calling. Then they walking down, heart racing. You know, He's figuring out what should he do, what's going to happen. Then while all this they trying to set him up, D freaking Shuri pulls up on D at the same time. Like, we gotta talk. He was like, "Yo, what you doing here? All the way from Ohio? What's good? What's going on?" She's like, "I'm pregnant," and he missed his chance to like run up on him because it looked like they were gonna run up on him and just blow his head off. But he ran up on him. I mean, he ain't run up on him. Bobby's like, "Fuck, what should I do?" D ain't make his move. What should I do? So he pulled out. And fucking right when Attila was reaching for his gun, Bobby shot him. He didn't kill him. He shot him like in the shoulder. He's down on the ground or whatever. And then it cuts to Steve Rifkin leaving him a message. And then all I know, next thing we back on the Greyhound on a 95 South, going back to Ohio, and the guess they know, D Lover and Shuri sitting together all hugged up. Bobby's with them on the side or whatever. Oh yeah, I forgot about Mr. Light Skin Divine. He's taking classes in economics. And I'm like, okay, he's changing his life. They did tell him what happened with Attila, and he was like, nah, you did your bit for the family. Now it's my turn. I got to do what I need to do for the family. I'm sorry, I missed that part, which was really good and real important. And then his little skinny mommy with the mushroom, she had met him after class, and now they back together. That was his crossroad. And Bobby was like, "You told mommy," when they on the bus. They come back to them like, "You told mommy?" And she was like, "Nope." He was like, "Well, I ain't got time to waste or whatever. I can't do this." Then my brother, D D Lover, gives him a duffel bag. And it was his music in it. And he was like, "Yo, how you get this?" He said, "Yo, as soon as I had the chance, I ran in and ran out and got his stuff." So he got everything down. I don't know. Did that shook Attila? Because that nigga seemed like he don't give a fuck. So I would love to see how they're gonna play out in season two. And season two better be coming. Hulu, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. But overall, it was a really good episode. I didn't get a chance to look at who the director was, but it was excellent. I love how they did it. I love Killer Bees on the Swamp. I loved it. And I love this season. I love it. I'm here for it. Hulu, you did your thing. It seemed like, because with timepieces, even though it was in the 1990s, timepieces are very expensive to make usually. So, because you got to get the same cars, the hair, the makeup, the language, people, the language, I guess, the food. So, I know it's pretty hard, but Hulu, you got it. Don't play with me. Tell me what you guys think, and thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, or whatever. Now this is gone. What should I do next? Like, what show are you happy to see? Power can suck my dick because they've been getting on my motherfucking nerves. What new show? And yes, it has to be black. It doesn't have to be black because I watch everything, but come on. I'll review every week and tell me what you want to hear, what you want to hear me talk about, what you want me to curse about and say nigga to. All right, and let's discuss in the comments.